Today we're going to be talking about the Why Northwestern statement. So let's do it. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Yanni Economos, and for those of you who don't know, I make videos about college, life, and anything in between. If you're new here, please feel free to drop the like below, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, for that's the best way to help get my videos out to the broader audience and help people get more advice on college and tips. So in this video, by the title you guys can see, we are going to be talking, or I'm going to be reading my Why Northwestern statement. In the last video, I read my Common App essay, basically talking about the one that I used to apply to a lot of the schools, or apply to all the schools I did through Common App, and I basically talked about how I made that more original, came from myself, and how I showed myself as an applicant to the schools that I specifically applied to. So in this video, going off of that, I'm going to be reading my Why Northwestern statement, like I said before, basically giving some structure, formatting, and maybe some tips at the end to talk about how you can also really perfect yours. So in the last video, when I was reading my Common App essay, I threw it on the screen as I was reading so you guys could also read along. This time I think I'm just going to have it read to you guys just because it's a little more specific and I don't really want it to be out there. So like I said, I'm just going to be reading it to you all, and then after each paragraph I'll probably talk about some of the main things I was going for, the structure, and then maybe at the end I'll give some tips on how you could perfect your essay. Okay, so I brought up my Northwestern statement right here. This has actually been a while since I took a look at it, since I did use it, or last time I basically sent it out was last November of 2019, I believe. So yeah, here we go. This is my first paragraph for the Why Northwestern statement. In my junior year of high school, I took a tour around the Evanston campus of Northwestern University. While there were many highlights throughout that day, the one that stood out most was seeing how the community of students and staff shared a common goal: to help transform people's lives. Collectively, these people work together to research and find solutions to the world's most important and prominent problems. While being able to see this firsthand was indeed incredible, what really drew me further into this amazing atmosphere were the expressions on each of their faces, ones of happiness and accomplishment. It seemed as if these individuals were doing what they were passionate about, and that's what made me happy. After seeing this, I immediately knew that Northwestern was the place for me. Specifically, the Weinberg College of Arts and Sciences, which contains 25 departments, including biological sciences, which was the major I intend to pursue. So really quick, I said I'm applying with biology. I'm technically undecided. I don't exactly know what I'm going to do yet, but that's basically what I was applying with. Back to the video. So that's the end of the first paragraph. Basically what I did was talked about one of the days I went to Northwestern, which was my first tour of the actual campus. It was a pretty informal tour. Me and my dad basically we didn't get like an actual tour guide or anything. We just went to the visitor center, got a brochure with the map, and then we walked around. It was in the spring, I believe, in my junior year, like I said, and we just saw a lot of the buildings. We were able to see a good amount of the classrooms, actually take a look inside of the lecture halls and some of the STEM classrooms in the tech building. And it was really amazing just being able to see a lot of the research being done in front of me firsthand, and then the students actually being in class was really awesome to see. And then one of the big things I kind of focused on was seeing how everyone actually had smiles on their faces, which sounds cliche, but it's true. A lot of the other schools I went to, some in Illinois, had students where they were just ridiculously miserable walking from one class to another when I was touring. And I didn't see that here. So that was definitely a big positive, just being able to see actual smiles on students and faculty, showing that they actually love what they're doing and they're not unhappy to be where they are. And then in the end, I basically outlined the rest of the essay where I'm going to talk about the major I applied with, which was biology or biological sciences. So the second paragraph we could start with. After experiencing the unique research facilities on campus, I've realized that Northwestern can make my goal of treating young children possible. With its top-tier Weinberg College of Arts and Sciences and Feinberg School of Medicine, Northwestern will not only help pave the way for me to become a pediatrician, but it will also provide hands-on collaborative experiences through its very diverse community of people. I believe Northwestern's smaller population will provide an intimate connection, not only between students and professors, but between peers as well. Northwestern's proximity to the city of Chicago also increases the availability of internships and opportunities that will lead me to a successful career in the medical field. So I talk about Northwestern's facilities, like I said, and then I also say how it's smaller population size as opposed to other schools with, I think, 8,000-ish undergraduate kids compared to a lot of the other big public schools. That could help in really providing a more intimate connection between professors, students, faculty, and staff, and basically everything that comes with being a student. And then one of the big things I outlined was Northwestern's really close location, both to the city of Chicago, but also in Evanston as well. That proximity really would increase the availability of internships, since it's I think it's the third biggest city in the United States in terms of population. So I really talked about how that could lead me to a successful career in the medical field. This is the last paragraph. When I look at Northwestern as a possible choice for my future, I see more than just a school. I see a close-knit community of intellectually accepting individuals. I see a nurturing environment that will support me in my future endeavors, and I see a second home. I look forward to a future at Northwestern because I believe its resources and opportunities will surely bring my goals and ambitions to fruition. So that's the end. So overall, this whole essay, basically what it was structuring it to the fact where I wanted to use my experience that I had on the tour and really connect that to how I could be successful at Northwestern if I were to be admitted or accepted, obviously. And like I said, the first paragraph was talking about the experience, and then going on to the major and how I can use different facilities, opportunities, and intimateness of the school to really help me achieve that. And then the last paragraph is reinforcing that notion that Northwestern is the second home for me. It's the place to be. It's the place I see myself being most successful, and it's the place I see myself thriving, I guess, was the real thing I was going for. So I can't remember the exact word limit of this essay. I think it was 350 maybe. I don't know if they've changed it for this year or next year, but I got 326, so I think I was around that ballpark. And yeah, like I said, I was really highlighting the points of why that school was different from all the other ones I was applying to. In terms of tips, like I said, you really want to kind of get in there and talk about what Northwestern can give you that other schools can't. You maybe want to talk about specific parts of the student body, parts of the research areas, parts of the actual departments, the specific major you want to go into that it might have that other schools don't. You could also talk about the academic rigor that maybe you want to be challenged as opposed to other public schools that may not suit your needs. So yeah, there's a lot of different things you could really talk about and go into this essay. And I think just basically outlining some of the main things that you want to discuss, especially in response to how Northwestern can really meet your goals and aspirations, then I'd say that's the best way to go. If you have any questions about the Why Northwestern statement, about mine, or about how you could structure it, format it, or whatever, please drop it in the comments below. You could also connect with me on Instagram and then DM me if you want to do that better. It'll be in the description below. I hope this was more helpful in terms of people who are applying to Northwestern or are thinking about it. If you're thinking about it and you're still on edge, regular decision is, I think, in January, so it's maybe coming up soon. I'm not totally sure about the date, but definitely try to apply. I mean, it's only this essay, and I think the Common App essay, and that's really it for talking about yourself and talking about the school you want to go to. If you're on the brink of whether or not you should, could really just make a difference, because you never know what could happen. Like I've really reiterated in all of my videos, the admissions process is a lot about chance. And it's not always going to be where if you meet the criteria. It could be where you end up writing a really great essay and the admissions officer sees it and basically thinks that you really expressed yourself in an essay. You really showed who you were, and you really talked about why you want to come to this school and what you could give. And if they could see that, there are times where they could overlook that based on some of the other criteria you didn't meet, maybe in test scores and grades, recommendations, whichever other part of your application. So I hope this was helpful. Like I said, I hope you all took something away from this, got some tips and advice that I gave you. If you did like this video, please feel free to show it down below. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on post notifications. Help me, like I said in the beginning, get these videos out to a broader audience, people who may not be able to find them. And yeah, I hope you all have a great day. I hope you all have a great new year. If a video isn't up by then, stay safe, stay strong, and always remember to stay motivated.